Part 1. Nobody is coming to save you. You wake up tired. Not just physically tired, mentally tired. Tired of trying. Tired of starting over. Tired of watching everybody else move forward while your life feels stuck in the same place. And the hardest part? Most people around you don't even notice your pain. They see your smile. They see your social media posts. They hear you say, "I'm good." But deep inside, you feel pressure, confusion, fear. You feel like you're running out of time. And maybe lately, you've been waiting for motivation, waiting for the perfect opportunity, waiting for somebody to believe in you, waiting for your life to finally change. But listen carefully. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your family, not the world, not luck, not tomorrow. Your future is waiting on you. And I know that sounds harsh, but it's also powerful. Because the moment you stop waiting for rescue is the moment you become dangerous. See, most people spend their entire lives blaming something. They blame their childhood. They blame money. They blame stress. They blame bad timing. They blame other people. And yes, life is unfair. Some people start ahead. Some people are born into opportunity. Some people never have to struggle the way you struggle. But at some point, you have to decide, will I stay a victim of my story or become the author of a new one? Because pain can destroy you or build you. The choice is yours. Every champion you admire was once unknown. Every successful person once felt insecure. Every strong person once cried alone. They just made one decision. I will not give up on myself. That decision changes everything. Not overnight. Not instantly. But slowly. One discipline at a time. One hard morning at a time. One lonely sacrifice at a time. Success is not magic. It's repetition. The problem is, most people quit too early. They work for 1 week and stop. They fail one time and stop. They get rejected once and stop. But winners? Winners keep moving. Even when nobody claps. Even when nobody notices. Even when progress feels invisible. That's what separates average people from unstoppable people. Discipline, not motivation. Because motivation is temporary. Some days you feel unstoppable. Some days you feel empty. But discipline says, I will continue anyway. That is power. And right now, there are two versions of you fighting inside your mind. One version wants comfort, sleep more, excuses, distractions, easy dopamine, easy life. The other version wants greatness, freedom, respect, growth, a better future. And every day, one version gets stronger. Based on your decisions, you become what you repeat. If you repeat excuses, you become weak. If you repeat discipline, you become unstoppable. That's why your habits matter more than your feelings. Feelings change every hour, but habits shape your destiny. Imagine where your life could be 1 year from now. If you became consistent today, think about that. 1 year, 365 days. If you worked on yourself every single day, your entire life could change. Your body could change. Your mindset could change. Your money could change. Your confidence could change. But most people will stay exactly the same. Why? Because they want success. Without sacrifice, they want results. Without discipline, they want the dream. Without the pain. But pain is part of growth. Read that again in your mind. Pain is part of growth. The gym hurts. Learning hurts. Healing hurts. Change hurts. But staying the same hurts too. So choose your pain. Because one pain leads to growth. The other leads to regret. And regret is the heaviest pain a human can carry. Imagine being 70 years old, looking back at your life, realizing you had potential, but wasted it because you were afraid. Afraid to fail. Afraid to start. Afraid of judgment. Let me tell you something. People will judge you anyway. If you fail, they talk. If you succeed, they talk. If you stay broke, they talk. If you become successful, they talk. So stop living for other people's opinions. Most people criticizing you haven't even built their own lives. Don't take advice from people who gave up on themselves. Your mission is bigger than their opinions. And yes, the road gets lonely. Very lonely. There will be nights when you doubt yourself. Mornings when you feel exhausted. Moments when quitting feels easier. But those moments define you. Anybody can move forward when life is easy. But can you move forward when life is hard? Can you stay focused when nobody supports you? Can you stay disciplined when nobody is watching? Can you continue when results are slow? That is where greatness is born. In silence, in struggle, in repetition. The world only celebrates the victory. Nobody sees the years of pain behind it. Nobody sees the sacrifices, the lonely nights, the self-doubt, the failures. But every successful person has those scars. And maybe your scars right now are preparing you for a future bigger than you understand. Maybe this difficult season is building strength inside you. Because pressure creates diamonds, not comfort. Comfort creates weak people. Struggle creates powerful people. So stop asking, why is life hard? Start asking, what is this struggle teaching me? That question changes everything. Because every obstacle contains a lesson. Every failure contains wisdom. Every setback contains growth. If you learn from pain, pain becomes power. And listen carefully to this. You do not need to be perfect to change your life. You just need to start. Small steps still matter. Wake up earlier. Train your body. Control your mind. Read more. Learn skills. Stay focused. Day by day, you build a new identity. And identity is everything. Because once you truly see yourself differently, your actions change automatically. A weak mindset says, I can't. A powerful mindset says, I'll find a way. So from this moment forward, stop speaking weakness into your life. Stop saying, I'm unlucky. I'm too late. I'm not talented. I'll never make it. Words shape belief. Belief shapes action. Action shapes destiny. Your life follows the story you repeat in your mind. So change the story. You are not finished. You are not too late. You are not broken. You are in the middle of becoming stronger. And one day, the pain you feel today will become the strength people admire tomorrow. Part 2. The hardest battle is in your mind. The hardest prison in the world is not made of steel. It's made of fear. Fear of failure. Fear of rejection. Fear of not being enough. And every single day, millions of people wake up trapped inside their own minds. Not because they lack talent. Not because they lack opportunity. But because they stopped believing in themselves. Maybe that's where you are right now. You smile around people, but secretly question your worth. You tell everyone you're okay. But deep inside, you feel lost. You compare your life to others. You watch people winning online, traveling, making money, living the life you wish you had. And slowly, you start feeling behind. But listen to me carefully. Social media hides struggle. The world only shows highlights. You are comparing your real life to somebody else's edited moments. And that comparison is stealing your peace. Because the moment you start comparing, you stop appreciating your own journey. Everybody's timeline is different. Some people succeed at 20. Some succeed at 40. Some fail 10 times before they finally win. Life is not a race. But the world keeps pressuring you to move faster. Be successful now. Have everything figured out now. Get rich now. And because of that pressure, people are mentally exhausted. Trying to impress people they don't even like. Chasing validation from strangers. Destroying their mental health just to look successful. But real success is not pretending to be happy. Real success is peace. Peace in your mind. Peace in your heart. Peace when nobody is watching. Because if you have money but no peace, you are still poor. And right now, your biggest enemy is not outside of you. It's the voice inside your head. The voice that says, you can't do it. You're too late. You're not smart enough. You'll fail again. That voice has destroyed more dreams than failure ever could. Because before people quit physically, they quit mentally. That's why mindset matters so much. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your greatest weakness. Feed it negativity, and it will destroy your confidence. Feed it discipline, growth, and belief, and it will transform your entire life. You have to protect your mind. Be careful what you watch. Be careful who you listen to. Be careful who you spend time with. Energy is contagious. If you surround yourself with negative people, you will eventually think negatively too. People who complain every day. People who laugh at ambition. People who mock discipline. People who settled for less and want you to settle too. Stay away from that energy. Because small minds fear big dreams. The moment you start changing your life, some people will become uncomfortable. Why? Because your growth reminds them of everything they refuse to become. And sometimes the people closest to you won't understand your vision. That hurts. But not everybody is meant to understand your journey. Some people are assigned to your comfort zone. not your future. You have to become strong enough to walk alone sometimes. And yes, loneliness is painful, but staying surrounded by people who kill your ambition is even more painful. Protect your future. There's a version of you that already exists in your imagination. Stronger, focused, confident, disciplined, successful. That version of you is real, but you must grow into it. And growth requires sacrifice. You may lose comfort. You may lose fake friends. You may lose old habits, but you gain yourself. And that is worth everything. Because one day, you'll realize the person holding you back was never the world. It was the old version of you, the lazy version, the fearful version, the distracted version. That version has to die if you want a better life. Not physically, mentally. You cannot build a new future with an old mindset. That's why healing matters. A lot of people look strong outside, but are broken inside, smiling while suffering, working while emotionally exhausted, living while mentally drowning, and nobody notices. Mental battles are silent. Some people are fighting depression without telling anyone. Some are fighting anxiety. Some are fighting trauma. Some are simply trying to survive another day. So if you're struggling right now, you are not alone. But you must not stay there forever. Pain should teach you, not define you. Your past may explain you, but it does not own your future. You are still capable of changing your life. One decision can change everything. One moment of courage. One moment of discipline. One moment where you finally say, enough. Enough excuses. Enough self-doubt. Enough wasting time. Enough settling for less. That moment becomes a turning point. Because transformation begins the second you take responsibility. Not blame. Responsibility. Blame keeps you stuck. Responsibility gives you power. And power begins with small actions, not giant moves. Small actions repeated consistently. Wake up on time. Keep promises to yourself. Train your body. Read instead of scrolling endlessly. Focus instead of procrastinating. Little by little, you rebuild your confidence. Because confidence is not created by motivation. It is created by evidence. Every time you keep your word to yourself, your confidence grows. Every time you quit on yourself, your confidence dies. So start becoming someone you can trust again. That matters more than motivation videos, more than quotes, more than temporary inspiration. Real change happens in daily habits. And understand this clearly. Nobody is coming to hand you your dream life. You must earn it. Every successful person you admire paid a price for greatness. Sacrifice, loneliness, discipline, failure, pressure. The world sees the reward, but never the cost. Are you willing to pay the cost? Because greatness is expensive. Average is cheap. Average people sleep on their goals. Average people make excuses. Average people wait for perfect conditions. But winners act even when they're scared. Courage is not feeling fearless. Courage is moving forward despite fear. And maybe right now, you're waiting to feel ready. But hear me carefully. You will never feel fully ready. Nobody does. You start scared. You start uncertain. You start imperfect. But you start. That's what changes lives. Action creates momentum. And momentum creates transformation. So stop waiting for a perfect future. Create it. Brick by brick. Habit by habit. Day by day. Because years from now, you will either thank yourself for staying disciplined or hate yourself for wasting time. And time is the one thing you can never get back. Money returns. Opportunities return. Energy returns. Time does not. So stop living like you have forever. Your future is being built right now by what you choose to do today, not tomorrow. Today. Part 3. Discipline will take you where motivation can't. There are mornings when you wake up inspired. You feel powerful, focused, motivated. You tell yourself, this is my time. I'm going to change my life. I'll never go back to my old habits again. But then, a few days pass. The energy disappears. The excitement fades. Reality hits. And suddenly, the goals that once felt exciting start feeling heavy. That's where most people quit. Not because they're incapable, but because they depended on motivation. And motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like weather. Some days you feel unstoppable. Some days you feel empty. That's why discipline matters more. Because discipline shows up, even when feelings disappear. Discipline wakes up early, when your body wants sleep. Discipline keeps working, when distractions are everywhere. Discipline says, I don't care how I feel today. I made a promise to myself. That is the mindset. That changes lives. See, the truth is, success is boring sometimes. Nobody talks about that part. People love the idea of greatness, but they hate repetition. Yet repetition is where transformation happens. Going to the gym consistently, working on your goals consistently, studying consistently, improving consistently. That's what creates results. Not one motivational moment. Consistency beats intensity every single time. A lot of people go hard for 1 week, then disappear. But the people who truly win in life, they master consistency. Even when progress is slow, even when results are invisible, even when nobody believes in them, they continue. And that's rare, because most people are addicted to comfort, comfortable routines, comfortable excuses, comfortable mediocrity. But comfort is dangerous. Comfort slowly destroys potential. The scary part is, you don't notice it immediately. You just slowly become weaker. You stop chasing your dreams. You stop challenging yourself. You stop growing. And eventually, you become a stranger to your own potential. That's why discipline is freedom. People think discipline is punishment. It's not. Discipline is what gives you control over your life. Without discipline, your emotions control you. Your laziness controls you. Your distractions control you. Your addictions control you. But when you become disciplined, you take your power back. And understand this. Every action you repeat is creating your future. Your habits are writing your story. If you waste hours every day scrolling endlessly, that habit is shaping your future. If you procrastinate daily, that habit is shaping your future. If you avoid responsibility, that habit is shaping your future. Everything compounds, both success and failure. One bad habit may seem small today, but repeated for years, it destroys lives. The same is true for good habits. One workout won't transform your body. One book won't transform your mind. One productive day won't transform your future. But repeated consistently over time, everything changes. That's the power of discipline. And the hardest part about discipline is nobody can do it for you. Nobody can wake up for you. Nobody can suffer for you. Nobody can stay focused for you. You have to want your future badly enough to sacrifice temporary pleasure. And that's the battle. Short-term comfort versus long-term greatness. Most people choose comfort. That's why most people stay average. They choose entertainment over growth, distraction over focus, excuses over responsibility. Then they wonder why their life never changes. Your future changes when your daily habits change, not before. And maybe right now, you're frustrated because life isn't moving fast enough. But listen carefully. Slow progress is still progress. A tree does not grow overnight. Neither does greatness. You are building something. Even on days when it feels invisible, every disciplined action matters. Every early morning matters. Every workout matters. Every hour spent improving matters. Do not underestimate small progress. Small progress repeated daily creates massive transformation. And sometimes, the biggest growth happens silently. No applause. No recognition. No instant reward. Just you, fighting battles nobody sees. That's what makes you stronger. The gym teaches pain. Failure teaches resilience. Loneliness teaches independence. Everything difficult is teaching you something valuable. That's why you must stop running from hard things. Hard things build powerful people. Easy lives create weak minds. And right now, the world is full of distractions. Phones, social media, entertainment, endless noise. Everybody is distracted. Very few people are focused. That's why focus has become a superpower. If you can focus deeply, while everyone else is distracted, you will become dangerous. Because focused people create results. And understand something important. Your environment matters. If you spend every day around negativity, it will slowly poison your mindset. Protect your energy. Not everyone deserves access to you. Some people drain your ambition. Some people drain your confidence. Some people normalize laziness. You must become selective. Your future depends on it. Sometimes growth requires distance. Distance from toxic people. Distance from old habits. Distance from environments that keep you small. Growth feels lonely sometimes because not everyone can come with you. And that's okay. You are not here to fit into average environments. You are here to become more. But becoming more requires sacrifice. And sacrifice hurts. There will be moments when you question everything. Moments when you feel exhausted. Moments when quitting feels easier. In those moments, remember why you started. Remember the pain of staying the same. Remember the nights you cried silently. Remember the frustration. Remember the feeling of knowing you were capable of more. Use that pain as fuel, not anger. Fuel. Because pain can either destroy your future or drive your transformation. The decision is yours. And hear this carefully. Nobody becomes unstoppable overnight. Strength is built daily. You build it every time you choose discipline over excuses. Every time you continue despite fear. Every time you refuse to quit. That's how confidence is built. Not by talking, by doing. The world is full of people who talk about dreams. Very few wake up and work for them. Be different. Become obsessed with improvement, not perfection. Perfection is impossible. Growth is possible. You will make mistakes. You will fail sometimes. You will have bad days. That does not mean you stop. It means you keep moving, even slowly, because people who keep moving eventually arrive somewhere powerful. But people who quit stay trapped in the same cycle forever. So stop waiting for motivation. Build discipline instead, because discipline will carry you on the days motivation disappears. And one day, the life you once dreamed about will become your reality. Not because you got lucky, but because you refuse to give up on yourself. Part 4. Your old life must end. At some point, you have to make a decision. A real decision. Not another temporary burst of motivation. Not another promise you break after 3 days. A decision that changes your identity. Because the truth is, your current habits are creating your current life. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Read that again in your mind. If nothing changes, nothing changes. A lot of people want a better future while staying attached to the behaviors, destroying their present. That's impossible. You cannot build a new life with an old mindset. You cannot become stronger while protecting weakness. And that's the painful truth most people avoid. Growth requires death, not physical death. The death of your old self. The distracted version. The lazy version. The insecure version. The version addicted to excuses. That version has to go. Because every level of your life requires a different version of you. The person you are today cannot carry the future you dream about. That future requires discipline, focus, sacrifice, mental toughness. And mental toughness is built through suffering. Nobody becomes powerful through comfort. Comfort creates dependency. Pain creates transformation. Think about every difficult moment you survived. The heartbreak, the betrayal, the failures, the nights you felt broken. You thought those moments were destroying you. But maybe they were building you. Because pressure reveals character. When life gets hard, people reveal who they really are. Some people collapse. Some people blame everyone else. Some people give up completely. And some people rise. Not because they feel no pain, but because they refuse to let pain define them. That's strength. Real strength is continuing. When life gives you every reason to quit. And maybe lately, life has tested you. Mentally, emotionally, financially. Maybe you're tired. Tired of trying. Tired of struggling. Tired of carrying pressure nobody understands. But hear me carefully. This season of your life is not permanent. Storms do not last forever. Pain changes people, but pain also passes. And one day, you'll look back at this difficult chapter and realize it made you stronger, not weaker. Because every challenge carries a lesson. Failure teaches resilience. Rejection teaches independence. Loneliness teaches self-awareness. Nothing is wasted if you learn from it. That's why successful people think differently. When they fail, they don't say, "My life is over." They say, "What is this teaching me?" That mindset changes everything. Because life will hit you again and again. Nobody escapes struggle. Not rich people. Not successful people. Not confident people. Everybody fights battles the world cannot see. The difference is how they respond. Weak people run from difficulty. Strong people grow through it. And right now, you are being shaped by your decisions. Every day you choose growth or comfort, discipline or excuses, focus or distraction, courage or fear. Those small decisions become identity. That's why your daily routine matters so much. Your future is hidden inside your habits. Look at your habits, and you'll see your future. If you continue wasting hours every day, your future will suffer. If you continue feeding negativity into your mind, your future will suffer. If you continue avoiding responsibility, your future will suffer. But if you become disciplined, focused, consistent, your entire life changes. And it starts with ownership. No more blaming people. No more blaming the past. No more blaming circumstances. Take ownership, because ownership creates power. The moment you say, "My life is my responsibility," you stop becoming helpless. That's where transformation begins. Not in comfort, in responsibility. And understand something important. Nobody owes you success. The world owes you nothing. Not opportunities. Not attention. Not rewards. You must earn your future. And earning it requires sacrifice. Late nights. Early mornings. Lonely seasons. Discipline when nobody is watching. That's the real price of greatness. Most people admire successful people without understanding the sacrifice behind success. They see the victory, not the years of struggle. But success is built in private, in silence, when nobody believes in you, when nobody supports you, when results are slow. That's when your character is tested. Anybody can stay committed when things are easy. But can you stay committed when life feels unfair? Can you continue when you feel emotionally exhausted? Can you move forward without validation? That's rare. And rare people create extraordinary lives. Remember this. The strongest people you know did not become strong accidentally. Life forced them to adapt. Pain forced them to evolve. And maybe that's happening to you right now. Maybe life is forcing you to become stronger than you ever planned. Because your future requires strength your current self doesn't yet have. So stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" Start asking, "Who is this pain helping me become?" That question changes your perspective. Because suffering with purpose creates power. Without purpose, pain feels meaningless. But when you connect pain to growth, everything changes. You stop seeing yourself as cursed. You start seeing yourself as being prepared. Prepared for greater responsibility. Prepared for bigger opportunities. Prepared for a stronger future. And yes, the process feels lonely. Very lonely sometimes. People may misunderstand you, doubt you, leave you. But not everybody is meant to stay in your life forever. Some people are chapters, not the whole story. Do not destroy your future, trying to keep temporary people comfortable. Protect your vision, because one focused year can completely change your life. 1 year of discipline, 1 year of sacrifice, 1 year of refusing distractions. That kind of focus creates transformation most people never experience. But few people are willing to endure the process. They want quick success, quick money, quick results, quick recognition. But real greatness takes time. And patience is power. Stay patient with yourself. You are growing in ways you cannot fully see yet. The strongest trees grow slowly, and the strongest people are built through storms. So if life feels difficult right now, do not quit. You may be closer to transformation than you realize, because sometimes your breaking point becomes your turning point, and the version of you that rises after suffering is far more powerful than the version that existed before it. Final part. This is your time. So after everything you've been through, after every sleepless night, every disappointment, every moment you almost gave up, you're still here. And that means something. Because weak people quit. But deep inside you, there is still a fighter alive. A part of you still believes your life can become greater. Hold on to that feeling. Because your story is not over yet. The pain you feel today is not the end of your journey. It's preparation. Preparation for the stronger version of you. The wiser version. The disciplined version. The unstoppable version. One day, people will look at your life and admire your strength. But they will never fully understand the battles you fought in silence. The mornings you forced yourself to continue. The nights you cried alone. The moments you rebuilt yourself. When nobody came to save you. That's what creates greatness. Not talent. Not luck. Persistence. The ability to keep moving when life becomes heavy. And right now, you have a choice. You can go back to your old habits, your excuses, your comfort zone, or you can become the person you were meant to be. A person who refuses to quit. A person who stays disciplined. a person who turns pain into power. Your future is waiting for your decision. Not tomorrow, not next year, right now. Because every single day matters. Every hour matters. Every habit matters. Every choice matters. You are building your future, whether you realize it or not. So build something powerful. And remember this forever. You do not need permission to become great. You do not need everyone to believe in you. You only need one person who refuses to give up. You. So stand up. Focus your mind. Discipline your habits. Protect your energy. And chase the life you deserve. Because one day, all the pain, sacrifice, and struggle will finally make sense. And when that day comes, you'll thank yourself for never giving up. If this message touched your heart, if you're ready to become stronger, then make sure to like this video, comment your goals below, and share this with someone who needs motivation today. And don't forget to subscribe to Rise Inspire for more powerful motivational videos that will push you to become the best version of yourself. This is your time. This is your moment. Now go build the life you dream about. Rise, Inspire, Fire.